It's almost like an out-of-body experience where it's like my spirit knows, even though my mind would think, how is it possible? I picked up my dress, getting ready to walk to when they said the winner is. I approach everything, every project with the utmost humility, even my performances.
What's the longing of your heart? Say, I'm longing, this occupies and fills my heart at this moment.
I can't tell you.
As far as the North Pole is from the South, we are bridging the knowledge gap from centuries past. We inspire you to find your true north. From Timbuktu to Alexandria, from the city of Johannesburg to New York, from the Zulus to the Dogon people, we are disrupting the knowledge economy. We are HaaK Network.
Don't be available to everyone. Yep, you heard me right. Don't be available to everyone. Don't be available everywhere. Don't attend every event. Don't attend every meeting. Don't answer every call. You must only be available where and when it matters. Ladies and gentlemen, too much availability kills value. And even the people, they stop seeing and appreciating your value. But most importantly, they begin to disrespect you. Sometimes you need to disappear so that you can go recharge and to refuel your energy. Every time you disappear, your value goes up. Let people miss you. Let people wonder where you are. And when you reappear, you appear better, smarter, and even wiser. Once more, it's a great honor and a great privilege that we present this special episode of HaaK Network. We are beaming from the tip of the motherland, Africa, Johannesburg. And as we do every week, we trot in the globe, trying to bring you some of the most amazing people. And today, I'm so happy that I get to host one of my favorite human beings is here on the show today. A famously known triple threat performing artist with an established track record in music, in acting, and also in dancing. 7 albums on her name right now, with famous international performances like Davos 2010, a multi-award winning musician, a world-class actor, if you like, a legendary actor. In 2024, who can forget that rendition of South African national anthem when the South African rugby team was up against Ireland? 2024, as if that was not enough, ladies and gentlemen, she obtained a bachelor's degree in business administration with Regenesis Business School. Help me to welcome Mamosadi Keabetswe, KB Motsilanyane. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you. Sorry, Thank you, and thank you for such an amazing introduction.
Yeah. This is all you. This is what you have done.
I think that's what I just realized when I was listening to you.
Yeah.
That you were talking about me. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you feel like?
Now I'm emotional.
Yeah.
I usually don't stop long enough to realize and recognize and absorb. So hearing you say it back to me, is quite. I find it impressive and I feel proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all this, I think you were intentional that this year on the 10th of April, you are staging a one-woman show.
Yes. It's a project that I think it's the scariest project for me, because since I graduated from TUT, musical theatre, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to stage my own performances. But when I got into the industry, I realized that there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes. There's a lot of work that you have to do to get to that. And every year I would make an excuse and I'd say, oh, I'm busy, I'm filming, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But after last year, I realized that I need to now get all those projects that were on the shelf. They need to come off the shelf now, and I need to do them, shoot my shot, and see how it goes.
Yeah.
So I'm being brave this year.
And it's happening on the 10th.
On the 10th of April,
definitely.
2 days after my birthday. Oh, I'm glad.
No, I'll definitely
bring gifts.
Yeah, I'll definitely 2 days
after my birthday. So my
your
birthday is
the 8th.
The 8th of April. Yes. So on the 10th, we'll be at Theatre of Marcellus, go Emperor's Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to get into my head about it because I know what can happen there. But I'm collaborating with Blue Blood Tickets as well as Cultured Today, which is by Usis Veli Listole. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm experiencing everything at the same time. What's exciting for me about the project is the fact that I'm not just the artist on stage, but I'm also the producer behind the scenes.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So it means a lot of office stuff and sitting and paperwork and, so, and that's what I wanted to achieve when I went to study my business management degree. I wanted to be able to manage myself and my brand at that level. Or if I invite somebody to come and work with me, for me to understand what I need from that person specifically.
Wow. One of your biggest songs that you released, Mamosadi, and now it has become your brand. There's this song I'm hearing lately, it's a remix. What is it called? Remix, yeah, Mamosadi, it's a piano song. You were obviously of that song.
I'm very aware of the song, yeah.
Yeah. Are you involved in that song? Did you give permission? Tell me how it works. It's a beautiful song.
It is. I just had the song played somewhere. It's a big song. I think it is the biggest song in the country for most of later last year. I heard it everywhere. So I would be performing somewhere. So while the DJ is playing, they're playing the song. After my performance, they're playing the song. But I didn't panic about it, even though there was no conversation, because the beautiful thing about music is that when you've done your things properly in terms of documenting and registering your songs and your IP, then at any point you can just be able to address it that way. So yeah, I've never met the artist who did the song. I've never seen it performed anywhere. I'd love to see that. But yeah, I think it would have been nice if there had been a conversation before to say, hey, what do you think? But I am happy for them. I'm very proud of the work that they've done. The song is really massive.
An amazing song.
Plays everywhere, yeah. So a lot of events I went to, Festive, just played this song, and then I would get my peers sending me a WhatsApp and saying, "Do you know this song? Why did I have it?" I said, "Guys, calm down, calm down, wait, relax. It's December, let's just relax. We'll sort everything out when the time comes." So yeah, that's being done.
But I guess also it speaks about the quality of the music that you have been producing.
Wow. Yes. I struggle with this thing because I know that when we were writing our music, we were going for quality. But when somebody else says it to me as a compliment, then I want to... I want to downsize it somehow. But, we put in a lot of work. I remember, while I was in my first album, Beautiful Vibrations, I think it took us 6 months to put together that album. And Rock Lefatshe and El Musica. Because what we did was we would go into the studio, workshop ideas, and then just play them everywhere in the car, in our Walkman, because there were no, we didn't have the phones that play, we didn't have we will listen to it in the car. So everywhere we go in, and then if a friend has a sound system that's different, we'll say, play the song, and we'll just try and get different, how the song feels in different spaces. And this song would develop into something that we'll go back into the studio and then we'll build from there. That's how we used to write all my first 3 albums. That's how we wrote the music. So, and it was a team effort between myself, Terry Pinana, the late Jorge Pinana, people like Bo Diggy Bongs, who's in Cape Town, and the whole team at Mama Dance Studios in Cape Town. So, where sometimes I think people don't realize how much it took for us to come up. It might be a small thing, like, it's a very small thing. But if I tell you the journey to how we got to El Musica, it's hectic, to get an international DJ who doesn't know us from a bar of soap to say, please come to South Africa, him billing us in dollars. And he comes here, you have to host him, and up to his standard. He was here for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Where do you host Oshunlade for 2 weeks? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I am a little bit protective of my work. I really am protective because we worked hard. We worked really hard. There was no CMX network to sit down with me like this. You had to earn the interview. You had to earn, the TV interview, that radio interview. Sometimes your song wouldn't get played. Even the recording contract, they'll tell you, like, I remember the first recording company, I won't say who it was, that heard Owalla said, it's average. This was in 2001. So, they're like my babies. And I'm protective, and I feel like from an artistic perspective, I love collaboration.
Yeah.
I love when we share ideas and exchange ideas. From a creator or human, that aspect of me just requires that. Hey, I do need that kind of respect around my work as well. I mean, I think I've drifted from your question, but your question was about quality. I know the amount of work that was put in there to get the quality. I even forgot Mike Manisana, who's now in Angola, who was doing the mixing and mastering. And Mike's job was to clean up the sound. So he was mixing and mastering. And if a take sounded wrong, he refused to use autotune. I would have to come back and re-record it. I don't know how many times I sang Life is Good because they refused to use autotune. And that is why a lot of times when I go on stage and perform live, people say, that sounded like the recording. And I say, no, the recording sounds like me. So there was a lot of effort put into the quality. And 23, 4 years later, I see the value of it.
And can you believe that now those songs that you are mentioning are classics?
I know.
Like classic, real classics.
I know. I felt it last year. I felt it last year because I think last year El Musica was turning 20. And I thought 20 years is a long time. And it was that time where, because I'd also started performing a lot more, I'd be invited to a show or to an event and I'd be performing. And the most interesting thing would happen. HaaK Simula, the performance, I start with Rock Lefatshe, and you see the young ones are on their phones, probably thinking, yo, who's this auntie, right? El Musica comes and they go, huh?
And then?
Is it her? You know what I mean?
Yes.
I thought, and I'd watch this and think, you know what? Many, many years ago, we used to feel sidelined, and I used to ask, why are you guys not involving us? And I remember Lindelani Mkhize used to say, you guys are way ahead of your time. You guys are way ahead of your time. And I thought, ooh, he's just brushing us off. When somebody is like just giving you a pat on the back. But last year, I remembering Lindelani Mkhize's words and thinking, I see what you were talking about.
Yeah.
So I get the pleasure and the privilege of still enjoying work that we did so many years ago today as if it was done yesterday. So that's been amazing for me.
I look at your life, KB. I think you are so blessed. Your brand has been so strong for all these years. And it's difficult for someone to say, is she a better musician than an actor, or a better actor than... Like, how have you been able to be so consistent at the highest level for such a long time?
I don't know.
Like, your brand has been up there as far back as I can remember.
I think...
And your music goes with your acting.
I think if it was something that I was doing myself, I would be arrogant about it, because I would say, I know what... But it's grace, Max. It's grace, and it humbles me every time. That's why when you were reading the intro, I was listening and I thought, he's talking about me. I just really wake up in the morning. If there's a casting I have to go for, I'll go do the casting. If I get the role, I get the role, and I act like with Wendy, on Genesis on Mzansi. I just think, just go there and do your best. I don't have a way that I say I'm physically curating this thing to come out the way it does. It's grace. That's all I can tell you. I have no idea.
But let's try to decipher it.
Okay.
Somebody who's watching and say, I want that longevity.
Okay.
I mean, there are not many people have got such a clean brand, longevity in the business as you. Yeah. So suppose for a young person who's watching the show, what are the basic things, or some in a form of principles, that you have followed and they've been able to carry you to be where you are?
Wow. What carries me?
What do you do? I don't know. Other people, and I'm not saying other people are...
I understand your question.
Your career has been so graceful.
It has.
And I understand when you don't have words, because it has been so graceful that she's there.
One of the things I know I learned many years ago from Hanik dance ko DNT. DNT was a group. It's that look at that last Simani and Tlekotwani. Kumahikeng. We used to rehearse ko letsatsi. And it was such a big group that there was no star in the group, and you always had to bring 100%. I remember there was a time rehearsing, and that said, so it was raining, so you come to work even if it's raining, or you know what I mean. So the show goes on. Your contribution is valuable not only to you but to the people you're working with. So that always makes me bring 150% into anything that I'm doing, even if my role is in the background. I always come with that passion, and because I'm a bigger picture person. I love doing my 1% if it's going to make the bigger picture look good, right? And come out the way it was conceptualized. And then the other thing Douglas used to say to me is, if you wanna celebrate every day, because I think sometimes we get too caught up in what other people are doing that it kind of removes you from your alignment with what you're supposed to be doing. He said, if you want to be celebrating all the time, celebrate when you're winning and when someone else is winning. And you'll always be celebrating. You'll never have, yes. I must admit there have been times in the industry where I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. Challenges are there. But I think I like to process life and try and think of the best way forward. So if I don't understand something, I stand back. Like I stand back and I try to figure out what is this thing and how am I supposed to fit into it. And I think maybe that allows me the space to remove myself and walk away, and make peace with not being seen all the time, or not being part of everything, not being invited to everything. Sometimes you're watching events and things on TV and you're thinking, or on social media and you're thinking, oh, I wasn't invited to this. I've learned to just stay in my lane. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
And when I'm in my lane, I do my best with everything. I approach everything, every project with the utmost humility, even my performances, because I always leave room for the song, if I'm recording, or the character, if I'm playing, or the performance, to tell me. I leave room for that, I don't want to say project, that moment to tell me what it's supposed to be. So I don't see myself as bigger than the moment. I see myself as maybe what you call it? I don't want to say Kitlaring. I see myself as
an extension.
An extension of the moment. That is why sometimes it also I don't see it as I did this or I did that. I see myself as an extension of the moment. So when I walk into the space, I allow the space to tell me.
Wow.
And the moment to tell me what it's supposed to be.
Wow, that's powerful.
Okay.
Because most of us, we miss the moment. We miss the wisdom of the moment and the grace of that moment. But if you merge into that moment, wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, it's scary because it's daunting, because I don't know what's going to happen. You know, so maybe it's the thing of like just trust the process and just remove the ego a little bit, and allowing vulnerability as well to, you know. When you're saying this, I'm thinking about when I performed the anthem at Lofters. That when I was performing it, I was singing and everything. When I'm singing the anthem, I'm thinking of, you must hit every note, you must hit every word. Uchencha lidi dialect, because Xhosa, Tswana, Sotho, Afrikaans, English, you know. I'm focusing on that. I'm focusing on the crowd. I'm thinking, I have the rugby world champion standing behind me, like Kiva, right? And you do have the other team. So it's such a big moment, and you have this full stadium. So I'm thinking, just do your part. Just do it to the best of your ability. I do it, and then I leave. It's only the next morning when I realized what actually happened. So I had to watch it, because then the calls are coming. Then I'm saying to my agent,
but I was just doing my work.
Yes, I was just doing what I know. So I think that's how most of my work is. Yes.
You know, I was going to take you back to that moment. I watched your performance of the national anthem. It literally gave me goosebumps. I mean, there are many artists in South Africa, but the way you have executed that thing, it's like what we needed as a country. You know, maybe sometimes going to parliament, they must call you before the thing starts. Because it is those moments that remind, the way you sang the national anthem, it reminds us who we are as people. And it had that grace. So that was so powerful. And you speak about humility, and I see it in you. More of who you are, does it come from your upbringing?
I think it does. I don't know, but I know that okay, fine. I grew up in a village, Komuruleng, you know. I have 5 siblings, ke number 4. And I grew up with parents, ba eleng gore they are, I'll say, celebrities in the community.
Yes.
Ko gae is that house where ha motho a tswa kwa a ya kwa o tshwantse a stope mo ha go na le something ngwana o etsang sto to, you know. So I grew up in a home in yalo. And there's music, there is so much happening ka mo gae. My parents, especially my mom, high achievers, ba belt.
I know, Mama. Yeah.
So le papa. So when I step out into the industry, I obviously didn't know. I wasn't thinking I want to be famous. I was just thinking I want to perform, like I want to stand on stage and sing for people, and then I want to go home. So when the other stuff that came with it, the fame, that makes me very shy. Because I get very shy when another human being sort of puts me on a. Do you understand what I mean?
I understand.
Because I think I don't think I'm better than you.
I get you.
Because I'm sure what you do, you are so brilliant at it. So that is why I like to hear other people's stories. I once met a guy in Tato Mungwe. Papa Hare is the one Oberkago factory near Kellogg's many years ago. So his dad, I don't know, my dad officially come Meragong, and then Kena switching on Michinia. And I said to him, so how can you Kellogg's in the morning? Your dad is the
Kena switching.
And I just found it mind blowing because we don't think about those things, but that's how my mind works. I love seeing people being their best. And I love celebrating that. Even whether it's dancers or a band, sound engineer, crew. When I'm on stage, the people behind me, I'm just thinking, yo, I can't wait for them to see Joyce. Yo, she's so amazing. I can't wait for them to hear Melon. Oh, because I'm also celebrating them. So I don't know what that is called, but that is how I look at the world. That is why I cannot say I am. Even if somebody says you are the best at this, and if they said to me, "Are you the best at this thing?" I'd say I don't know. So I don't know what that is called, and a lot of that I've never tried to decipher like you did earlier. But going back to the anthem. Many years ago, I was at a workshop. Ntate Leslie Sidibe. He was still then, I think he was still then...
CBC.
Proudly South African.
South African, yeah.
Then we started having a very random conversation where I asked him, how do you perform the South African national anthem as a South African? I don't know why that conversation came about. And he said to me, I don't know if it was just me or a lot of us, he said, when you sing the anthem, don't worry about whether your hand is on your heart or mar. You must sing it from the heart. And that's what I always remembered when I sing it. It's a song I know it's sung so many times that you could just end up singing it. What are you saying? So every time I sing the anthem, I think about it. I think it's a prayer. So you have to mean the prayer, especially for us as a country. We do need what the prayer is saying. We do need we do need that. So when you have that opportunity and the platform to pray for the country, do it from the heart. I don't think I don't put it to it's the quality of your voice or your style of singing or what you mean when you are singing it.
Let's talk about your anchoring. What anchors you?
Yes.
your spirituality.
Sure.
Where does it come from and how does it look like? That which anchors you.
So many years ago, everything is many years ago. Kitswa ka Mmabana. I'm walking towards Mega City. Mara ha ke itse hore ne ke re ke crossa strata or ne ke re ke irang. So ha ke re ke pavement ngane.
Yes.
Irile ha ke re kutlwa Keabetswe. And then I turned koloi e be feta. But I never saw
The voice.
Yes. That was that. And that stood out for me. But I left it. Got to TUT. I'm rehearsing for a show. And when I'm busy rehearsing, I'm an understudy for this girl. Her name is Angie. And I'm rehearsing, but I'm like rehearsing so passionately, right? And then on the day of the show, you understudy. Understudy means just in case.
Yes.
Angie doesn't come. She's a family emergency. So I'm performing. Right? And I think about this thing. This is... When I won my first 2 awards, even when I was doing the music, I didn't know what a hit song was.
Yeah.
I just trusted the guys who were recording. They said, this is a hit. I said, sharp. First Metro FM Awards. When they said the winner is, I remembered lifting my dress. Not because
you are ready to...
It's almost like an out-of-body experience where it's like my spirit knows, even though my mind would think, how is it possible? I picked up my dress, getting ready to walk to when they said the winner is. Right? It was 2 nominations. When I came back from the stage, Terry says to me, hey, babe, you forgot to thank Daram. Okay? So you must thank Daram next time. And I said, okay, sharp, I will. When I look back at these things, I'm not that confident. I'm a very, I want to sit in the back in the corner but it's almost like my spirit is so massive that sometimes my body doesn't know how to contain it. Doesn't know. So I think my spirit is the superstar. That's KB.
Yeah.
Because when I'm on stage,
yes. That spirit takes over.
It takes over. And when I get off the stage and someone says, oh my gosh, you're amazing. I'm like, serious, like a boy. I need proof.
Yeah.
But when I was on stage, I knew without a doubt that what I'm doing is great. So, I don't know, what do you call that? That is why when I was listening to you, I related so much to you because I'm always looking for someone to explain to me what that is. I'm always waiting for someone to explain to me what is this thing that when I do something, I just do it like I think, okay, I'm going to do it this way. But the outcome on the other side is so amplified that even when I watch it, I think, yo, that is me.
Yeah, did I really do
that? I think that's more on the work front. But when it comes to just how I am in general, definitely my upbringing plays a huge role because my parents got to structure. You don't just follow fela. Yeah. That's how they are. That's how my mom speaks. That's how my dad speaks. So when I came into the industry, and I always thought, oh my gosh, like that is so much responsibility because you can't just go because there's so much value that
so there's expectation.
There's expectation, but beautifully positive expectation. Yeah. Diposao monna. Hey. Kore ha ke a simolla ha ke tsena fa ke re.
No, but you
A week.
you are doing so. It's beautiful how you are explaining it.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not always in charge. I'm not always clear, but sometimes I have no idea what's going on. Sometimes I really do need to just step back and figure things out. Sometimes I am struggling, you know? I am struggling with what am I supposed to do next? Am I supposed to continue with this? Sometimes I do have those moments.
Yeah.
It's just that when I have those moments, I take time out so that I can hear myself and not the noise, if you know what I mean.
And do you pray? Some people pray, some people meditate. How do you navigate this divinity or infinite intelligence? Yeah.
So those experiences I told you about earlier.
Yes.
Confirmed Kgore, I am guided. That's what I took from it, Kgore. Okay. Ke tsa gore I am guided. Ke tsa gore because how I ended up on backstage, how I did my first album, everything was a coincidence. How I ended up in Ali was just, it's a Motlola agent deal. Oh, okay, it's good to see you. By the way, we're casting for a film. That's how I ended up in Ali. And that's when I thought, okay, maybe I am guided.
There's a force behind all these things. Yeah.
So when I was moving about life when I was younger,
you always suspected Kgore.
Hi man. Nna ke tlo nna reng ha ke tsena go bankeng ine tswala motho ba no come one more wa tlhaloganya. So I understood that and I thought I then take it that this gift is not for me. It's not mine. It's not for my benefit. So that is why a lot of my music then is about beautiful vibrations or life is good, things that are positive and encouraging, and I felt like I have a bigger responsibility because I thought, would it just be for fun? Maybe not.
No.
That you're able to do so many things, and so I just followed the wave, the inspiration, and I always ended up in the right place. I always ended up at the right time. I always ended up doing the right thing. It would happen to be the thing that, then sometimes I was okay, I'm going to go to church, I'm going to pray. Then I get to church and it's not clicking the way I need it to click. And I think, okay, maybe I must just stay at home and just pray alone. But then when you pray, what are you saying? Because you have to know to pray. Okay, maybe I should meditate 2 seconds. I'm thinking about you know. So it becomes such a journey. But interestingly enough, last year, I found myself realizing because I kept thinking, now it's different to before, right? Now I've entertained too much noise that it's difficult to hear. And all I've been doing is I've been saying, I just need that. I just need that alignment. I don't need to, because I found the things that it can be great, but there's something about it that is
it does not have the substance.
The substance.
I think your story is so powerful, and I mean it. Okay. There are, most of the time we have tried to be in charge of spirituality, of saying, I know, no, this is what I do. And mostly when I listen to your story, it's what happens to people who are spiritually guided and gifted.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about gifting that people talk about, you are blessed. These are people who are blessed. There's this term that I normally use with my friends where we say some people love God, but some people are loved by God. And I think you are one of those people who are loved, who is loved by God. You know, this conversation is important because when I listen to your story, I see a lot of young people who don't know what to call it, what to name it, but they can feel it. And for me, that's the beautiful part of it. In fact, I read a lot. There's this little book, the Tao Te Ching.
Okay.
It's for lack of better way, it's a Chinese Bible, if you like. The first verse says, the Tao that can be named is not the real Tao. The other version says the way that can be named is not the real way. The experiences that cannot be described are the greatest, those are the realest experiences. So that is why your story and your story of spirituality, it's so powerful because it says it's a story of surrendering. To this universe, and the universe definitely will guide you to where you are supposed to be. So that's what I get from you. It's a story of surrendering, that when you surrender, the universe will actually guide you, will actually take you where you need to be. There's no need for ego. Ego is no, I know this. No, this is called what. No, this is explained like this. So that's ego. But selflessness is allowing that divine wisdom to guide you. Just to say, no, but today I feel like this. And honor that voice. Today I feel like this. And you honor that voice. So that's so powerful. And thank you for sharing it, because you're sharing it from the place of sincerity to say, I don't know, but this is how I feel. This is what I have seen in my life. And no wonder you are so blessed.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're talking about surrendering, and that's not an easy thing, right? Especially in this day and age. You know, I've so many times in my career went to people and said, can you help me with this? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with this? Can you? And people say, but you're KB. You don't need this thing. You can just go and kick the door open, whatever. And I say, no. You have to do things properly, and you have to. And that thing makes you feel like, if you're thinking about, if we live like a matlo anama, it looks like you are being rejected. And it's something that I've allowed myself to feel, or I would allow myself to feel. And then I'd be walking around and I'd see something, I don't know if you've ever had things where a word on a billboard will just jump out at you.
Yeah.
Like recently I just listened to something, and then I saw Lerato Mvelas saying, it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. And I thought, that was for me.
Yeah.
That was for me. So, because we live in a world where you constantly have to prove, you have to prove yourself, you have to prove how brilliant you are, you have to prove how amazing you are, it becomes harder and harder to just stay in that frequency.
Yes.
Because sometimes you look like a fool.
True.
Sometimes you look like you have no direction, or you look like you don't know what you're supposed to be doing. And again, when you have to explain what's going on, you can't explain, why was I like, sometimes someone says, no, it's a mama, you must, and I'd say, no, it doesn't work like that in my mind. When it's time for you to be seen, you will be seen, and it will be effortless, and it will be genuine. And a second can have an impact of of 1,000 years.
Exactly.
So I'm saying this because you just to add to what you were saying, that yes, I am, but I think because we're in a very noisy industry, one has to now work even hard and be intentional
Yes.
about just staying grounded and focusing and not feeling like you need to prove anything. So
Yeah. Currently,
Interesting.
at the moment, what's the longing of your heart? Say, I'm longing. This occupies and fills my heart at this moment.
I can't tell you. Oh my gosh.
Isiphirisapilo.
The longing of my heart.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about the longing of my heart. I'm trying to figure out whether I should
How
tell
to
you or
say
not.
it, yeah.
No. It's a very simple way to say it.
The safe space.
Yeah, the longing of my heart is a life partner. I think that's just the one thing where I feel like, I always explain to people that when you see, I don't know about other female artists, but me when I'm on stage, I feel like I'm like emoting, right? You just
you are
giving. Yeah. When I get off the stage, I need that. Almost like I need. I don't know what is the word.
You need to be filled up.
I need to be yes,
Yeah.
and not because I'm KB or not because remember, the lashes come off, the wigs come off, and you just go back to being you.
Yeah.
And I know they say you have to. You don't need. I don't know if that's
No.
true.
We all need. We all.
I don't think yes.
Yeah, we all need
a person like Mutaka who, and somebody who likes KB on stage.
Yeah.
But loves Keabetswe.
Exactly.
Because a lot of times people, hey, that's one.
Love that one. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
So when you come home and you want to take off your wig, and they're like, no, wait, but
Yeah.
So I think that would be it. I'm blessed. I'm blessed with so many things. I think like Ulwana One Umbonta, that it's just somebody to just walk the journey with.
Share with.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to get that person in the work and the limelight spaces where you are? How difficult is it?
In the difficulty, because what I've experienced is that sometimes you ukakopana le motho, and this person, they're okay, but they're also anxious about your industry. So it's not always somebody who is trying to shine or anything, but sometimes you do find somebody who's extremely anxious about your industry.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to work extra hard to assure them that I really, really, when I'm not at work, I'm at home.
Yeah.
I had a guy, he was still trying to look for me and say, hey, why are you? How got you long, ne? No, I'm actually at home. Because that's where I love to be.
Yeah.
And you can see that it's a concept that they didn't think. Yeah, they didn't think this is possible for an artist or when I want to perform. If I could, I would go home.
Yeah.
Even if I'm in Cape Town or I'm anywhere outside of, when I finish performing, I feel like, I wish I could go home now.
I've fulfilled my purpose. Let me go.
Let me go home. So things like pre-party, after party, those things overwhelm me because I don't know how to navigate that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to navigate the, oh gosh, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Because I love genuine conversations. I love being in environments where like you were talking, the connection is so deep, even with a complete stranger, where somebody can just give you a hug and say, "Obe sharp." And maybe it's asking too much to want people to be around you like that at all the time, all times. But I struggle with I struggle with. Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I realized in life is that healers in relationships attract patients.
I heard, yeah.
Teachers attract students, and celebrities mostly attract fans, and givers attract takers. So this sometimes in relationship, it's important to know who am I? Because there are some people who are sent in our lives for us to come heal them. And now we fall in love with them.
Yes.
We sleep with them.
Yes.
There are
you
people,
build, you commit, until they're not.
Yes,
that's not.
They were sent for a different purpose.
Yes.
So I really understand you when you say it's difficult because sometimes you don't know people, but at the idea of you. But I think the great universe that has led you this far, it's more than capable to fulfill every desire of our hearts.
Sure.
And sometimes we just need to open a little bit. A little bit of our hearts, ourselves. A little bit to danger, to vulnerability, to and everything is well taken care of.
And the fascinating thing about God is that, yes, when we talk about it, you'll say, the way you've just described it now, or you just open up a little bit, you be vulnerable a little bit. Mare, Oisimudimu can do things in such a way that it's
yeah.
Yes. How God, this one.
Yeah.
And
Exactly. In fact, I was listening to somebody say, if we are the type.
Yeah.
And in fact, I say to my friends, Majita mostly, to say, you know, most of the time when guys say, "Ishki type yak" or "Hasi type yak," what they actually mean is the body structure, the shape of the body. But I say to guys, when you say somebody's your type, it means mentally what type do you want, spiritually what type do you want, emotionally what type do you want, and of course physically.
Yes.
But we cannot limit the type into just physically.
Absolutely.
Or what type of Absolutely. That's not a true picture.
Absolutely.
Because there's the person inside there.
And you know what it does, Max? You'll also meet a guy who thought
they should be taken.
It happens vice versa, where you would meet a guy who thinks, if I'm to impress Keabetswe, I must do this. And they start doing things that you know, like just bombarding you with things and let's here. And then you have to say to him, no.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you.
Yes.
I want to listen to you. And then you find somebody who really does have a good heart, but they're struggling to believe that they are enough for you. Exactly. If he showed you.
Exactly.
So you end up being around somebody the
insecurity.
Insecure, and so what happens then? You overcompensate. So it's not just the guys who experience that. Even us ladies, or it's not always the bad guys that are. Let me not say bad, but people with kind of misaligned intentions. But somebody who also didn't realize that you're really just interested in them, in their thoughts, in how they feel.
Yeah.
You know.
No, it makes sense. I mean, people like you, we've got a perception. You know, guys will say, hey, celebrity, I keep celebrity. Like, it's a closed door. Like, we have decided, I don't do celebrity, because we have painted every human being who's in the limelight with the same thing. And even when you meet a good person, you come at the lens, hey, celebrity,
yes.
You know, they're in high speed. I'm not gonna be enough.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah.
I don't have this, because for you to date at that level, you need 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's because we don't take time to form genuine and honest connections to get to know me and to get to know you. And people that's why most of these relationships, they don't work. But this universe has enough for all of us.
And that's why I don't go on dates, like dinner dates and stuff. That stuff you can stage. I'm going to come there. I'm going to be beautiful. You're going to come there. You're going to be in your best behavior. Flowers open in the door. So I don't do that thing because I feel like...
But how do you want to connect?
Ke batla environment e le gore there's nothing for you to stage. So we sit at a coffee shop and have a chat. That we can do.
Or a coffee shop.
Coffee shop. Ha ke batle performance because I know or an activity. Let's go hiking. Let's go, because go hiking, I want to see how you're going to treat the person who's helping us. What's going to happen when you see Noha? Are you gonna, that's when, you know what I mean? So I do that. Let's go hang out somewhere. Let's go play golf. So something where
I get. Let me see you in action.
I want to see you, where you are, because then you get to see the person. You get to. Or I could say, I'm performing CAP. Come with me and my team and just be. Obviously you'll be fine. You're not going to be in the noise and the dressing room and so on. But in that space as well, you get to see. How's this person handling? A friend of mine, though, once said to me, she said to me, you need to, when you meet somebody, you must tell them to come to your gig, not as your guest, to come and see you in that. Because she said to me, when you meet somebody, like I'm saying to you, we must chill, we must, then the person is relaxed. When they see you on stage or they see a client coming and saying, oh my gosh, hi, pleased to meet you. And that's when the nerves kick in. That's what my friend said to me.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So she said, no. She said, I'm doing it wrong. My vetting system is wrong. You must, your biggest performance, invite this person as your guest and let them watch how the world moves around you.
Yes, yeah.
If they can be okay with that, then I think you'll be fine. So I'm yet to try that.
KB Motsilanyane, it's been a great conversation. You were born Komuruleng.
Yes.
And then Mahikeng, the people bako Mahikeng bare o motho wa bona. How does Mahikeng come into your life?
I was born Komuruleng.
Yeah.
And then Batsadi Katiro moved to Mahikeng.
Mahikeng, yeah.
That is where I discovered KB. So I do say Mahikeng
But you grew up.
I was born in Muruleng. I grew up in Muruleng. Okay. Even now when I say I'm going to Muruleng. But KB was born in Mahikeng when I discovered Bomabana and Arts Council, dancing, Gramsan Arts Festival, Windy Brow Theatre. So Mahikeng can most definitely claim KB.
Made you.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Beautiful stuff. Mahikeng has produced amazing people.
Yes.
Yeah. It's sad what's happening in Mahikeng, but
yeah,
we are so proud of people like you.
Thank you.
KB, thank you very much for coming to the show. It has been a soulful show.
Thank you.
And thank you for being as graceful as you have been, opening up. It's been a beautiful conversation. Your energy is amazing.
Thank you.
Your energy is so amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I think that this is the first and only podcast I've actually ever been on, and that speaks to also the kind of person you are. I have a lot of respect for you.
Thank you very much.
I hold you in very high regard. So thank you for having me.
I hold you in high regard, and thank you for trusting me with a safe space, to come and have this conversation. And may God bless you exceedingly abundantly above what you can think of in all the aspects of your life. When you speak, the universe listens. And the 10th of April, we're lighting a candle for that. It's going to be an amazing, amazing show.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we come to the end of this conversation. If you have enjoyed the conversation, please make sure that you subscribe on our YouTube channel. CEMEX Network is